just wanted you to watch me dissolve slowly in a groove of your love. But I don't even know how the chemistry works when your bullseye kicking in the dirt, kicking in the sand and stirring up trouble.
For what we've been talking about for since
The beginning
October.
of time. It's been prophesized.
Yes.
Welcome to the BOIS Podcast. Rated 666 on Spotify. Viewer Greg Paul says he enjoys watching it from hell. Today's episode is sponsored by Splenda for all your sugary needs. And if you're a struggling cocaine addict. So, we're here.
We're starting season 2 off with
Season
a banger. Yeah, there is a fucking ladybug in my room. I don't know if you guys are going through this, but there is.
You didn't see that, but he just died.
He just flew into the lamp. So, we have our set schedule right here, and our first topic is the future of the podcast and what is going to be happening with the podcast. So with season 2. So
That did not work the way I wanted
you
it to.
just killed yourself. Anywho, we're already getting off topic, and that's one of the things I want to fix with this whole fucking podcast. So, number 1, the future of our podcast. So, what do we want to start off with? Season 2. Let's start off with like season 2 and what's new.
My podcasts being in person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is it. This is one of the new things that we're doing. We're gonna do probably 1 to 2 of these every season, which, like I said before in that explaining video, every season's about 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna change
half a year.
Half a year, basically. And I feel like that would be good to balance out our podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would just, like I said, be a good idea to balance out the podcast, and I feel like that would make it better.
And then every season we'll try something a little different.
Yeah, we'll try something a little different. And give us time, give us stuff to improve on and stuff to...
Like, really, leave your thoughts below. Like, really, we want to know what we should improve on to make this entertaining for you guys. I mean, we're just kids, and we're doing our best to, like, make, like, a fan base and, like, make something for... One thing my friend once said was, you never know, someone could be having a really bad day, and then they could watch something that could change their life. And that's something we want to do for you guys. So, please leave your thoughts on what we can improve on in later seasons, podcasts, skits, sex tapes.
Not yet. You gotta be 18 for that.
No, don't. Jeffrey Epstein didn't have any 18-year-olds.
That's funny. Anyway, so the future of our podcast is something that literally I've been wanting to talk about for ages. And like, basically just, like our entire podcast career. I've like wanted to go over things that I want to happen. And I feel like now that I'm getting the chance to, I'm getting this off my chest, which is great for me. So we're going to be cracking down a lot on our podcast with the randomness and the overall just imbalance of stuff, if that makes any sense. So like, can you elaborate? This is a prime example of what I'm talking about. We want to crack down on this dumb shit. Anyway, so what I mean by that is like, I don't know, Kaleb, you're already pissing me off. Please.
We're cracking on the randomness. I'm not really script stuff. We're not gonna really script stuff, but We're gonna have topics.
Yeah, we're gonna have set topics. We're gonna have just overall more balanced schedule and like what we want to talk about. Because last time it was just a bunch of random crap and we just went over like certain stuff.
Time management and stuff, and we didn't really even everything out.
Yeah, and yeah, that's basically it. So with the future of our podcast, I want to improve on a lot of things. Although those things may not be clear at the moment, eventually we'll go to think about it. And I mean, that's something that I've been doing for how long?
Mm-hmm.
And
every day there's always going to be another problem that we're going to have to take care of.
Right. I mean, more high schoolers for God's sake. And, we don't always have the time to do stuff. And whenever we do, we usually just do the most random shit. And I feel like if we did something else other than, being random and we had set topics, I feel like we'd be a little more balanced. And I feel like that's what we need to improve on, at least for now. For in the future, we'll eventually find more problems and stuff that we want to improve on in the future. And then we'll go over that.
I think another problem right now is, like you said, we're just in high school, and we don't really have money. Like, we're recording on a phone, for God's sake. And how people have actual microphones and dragon pads and
Right.
shit like that.
Right.
We don't have that. We're doing our best and trying to, do something we like and make something you like.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, pretty wholesome.
Right now, I just want to make content and be able to look back on it and be like, you know what?
We did that.
We did that. Yeah, exactly.
We did something with our lives instead of jacking off the anime titties.
That's disrespectful.
I know. I know. We gotta credit the artists.
Another thing that's going into what I was wanting to talk about again, or we were, high school. High school is different, very different.
It's a big step from middle school.
Exactly. It's very, different. It's a lot more time consuming. We have a lot more work. We have a lot more homework, and we don't have the available time to do stuff like we used to be able to. And although I think, eventually as we get into like the later years of high school, we're going to have a lot more time. Just at the moment, we don't have a lot of time to do stuff. And that's why I'm like, just,
Yeah.
want to do stuff.
And some teachers just give out too much work. and we don't even, some of us do extracurricular activities. Like, I do theater because I really love it, and it's something I do good that I can credit myself on. Like, I got up on a stage and sang in front of thousands of people, and I have before. It was really fun. But we sometimes don't get home till 6. Sometimes kids have to go to a daycare, and they can hardly do their homework, and it just sucks because they can't manage stuff. And they treat us like adults. In our high school, this one teacher always yells at us because we're standing, in the mornings, we go into the cafeteria. She just, sit down. Yeah, we go to high school to be treated like kids, even though it's, we're supposed to be adults. Heaven forbid I stand.
Yeah, she's not very nice. Although high school is very fun.
It is fun. We have a lot more privileges.
Is so fun.
Mm-hmm.
If you have a lot more set privileges than middle school, like before,
Mm-hmm.
and you come into high school with so many more privileges, you can have your phone, you can eat in class, stuff like that.
Yeah. Of course, some teachers have their own rules.
Really fun. And yeah, own teachers have their own rules. Like French, I can't have my phone. And in algebra, I can't have my phone.
But we still have our phone.
Exactly.
Well, except in your French class because she has phone pockets.
Mm-hmm.
That's another dumb thing. Teachers with phone pockets. If we're us trying to be adults, being treated like kids.
Exactly.
And when you get to our age, you realize we're just practically adults at this point.
Although we are freshmen.
Shut up.
Yeah. High school is very fun. Don't get me wrong, it's very fun. High school is
Amazing.
really fun with, being able to chat with your friends and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But
there are the downsides.
the work aspect.
Mm-hmm.
So much work.
They expect a lot more of us now.
Exactly.
Other than work, bullying. We get bullied for being freshmen. Some freaking 6 foot tall black guy named Jamal. It's just "What's up, bro? You a freshman?" And then we were in the funny story. We were in the bathroom once, and while he was peeing, he knows where this is going. I T-posed behind him, and this junior guy is like, "Are you a freshman?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And he says, "Figures." And then he walked away.
It was very weird.
But I was thinking, what a dick.
It was a dick move, but it was also just really funny because he was like, "Figures," and then just walked out, and I was like, "Okay."
God. And we don't do anything wrong. We're they were in our shoes too. It doesn't make sense. It makes me sad.
I miss my girlfriend.
Ooh.
I miss my girlfriend. Anyway, let's not get off topic. High school.
Yeah, let's not get off topic. This is it's the one thing we're supposed to fix.
Yeah. So that brings us to our next point. Let's talk about how good of a fucking fighter KSI is. Oh my god. KSI, and there was a bunch of differences with the 2-point deduction. I watched it. Me and him both watched it live.
Mm-hmm.
And it was, I feel like if they wouldn't have done that 2-point deduction, it probably would have ended in another draw. And if it would have ended in another draw, holy shit, I would have been actually pissed off. Because I just want KSI to beat the shit out of Logan. But in general, I think KSI absolutely deserved that.
He's more of a trained fighter, in my opinion.
Exactly. He went through so much to get where he was today. Mm-hmm. And I feel like now that he is, here today, and he can say that he won his third fight, even though he's technically still undefeated. Because he hasn't lost a fight. And I think he definitely deserved that win. And I feel like he should go on to cherish it for...
As you can see, one of our favorite clips from the fight, as you can see, KSI, as you can see, was, that was our favorite clip from the fight.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely, something.
Yeah, something right there, yeah.
Something. But, and KSI took a lot of good punches from Logan. Logan.
Yeah, that one uppercut, I thought KSI was done there. I got scared.
I'm surprised Logan actually did that. As much of a pussy Logan Paul is, I wouldn't have thought that would have came out of him.
I don't want to call Logan a complete pussy because that was definitely a good fight. They definitely both shined. Both of them put in a lot of effort. But when you're growing up to be a part of KSI's fan base, I started watching around the time Sidemen came around. Mm-hmm. And they actually started being a group and stuff. And I love the Sidemen. Mm-hmm. And I don't know, being closer to KSI than Logan Paul, and then other differences with the whole situation with the Suicide Forest and stuff like that. I just felt like KSI would win the fight. You're always going to go with the person that you favor the most. You know what I mean?
And I will say this: Logan has gone through a lot recently with the whole Suicide Forest, and then being disrespectful in Japan and stuff, and just being kind of douchey, tasering dead rats. I'm calling for it.
That was, and he made a response video I learned from my mistake and stuff like that. And then he went and did that.
But he came back fighting. That's inspirational a little.
That's a little inspirational.
I will say I'm surprised that he did that.
Although I can't stand Logan for whatever reason. I just
cocky.
Can't forgive him for that.
He's just really cocky.
He's extremely cocky as well. So is KSI though. They're both cocky. They have really big egos. Mm-hmm. They have really big egos.
But once you're so big on the internet, it's hard not to be because you're some big man that's making thousands of money from YouTube.
Thousands of money.
It's late.
You said a lot of things bad recently, you were tasering dead rats.
Once it's past my 8 o'clock bedtime, my brain cells are just gone. But once you started tasering the rats,
it's tasing.
I did that on purpose. I'm so funny. That one commenter's wrong. I'm so freaking funny.
Yeah, that one guy that commented on your video.
Not to be rude, but just saying, you're not funny. You try too hard, but you come off as annoying.
Her profile picture, you sound exactly what she looks like.
My name's Ladasha. I'm a mother of 2, and I'm a virgin. Honey, you got 9 hours of sleep? Try being a mom of 2. We should get a fast pass to the front of the line. And that's why I hate white moms.
Even though both of our moms are white. Braden's an exception. Your mom's white too.
Rest in peace, Braden. You will be missed.
Ow, my hand!
You will be missed, Braden.
I just hit my hand off the side of this thing.
And people are dying in Africa, and we care. What was that? Anyways, that has nothing to do with KSI and Logan Paul.
Yeah, that have a little bit of comedy there.
Yeah, we had to stick to the original format sometimes.
Yeah.
But
Really fun.
KSI, he has the body, and like once I was watching the fight and shit like them side to side and gave off like height, blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
I thought maybe Logan being a little taller would have had him a little bit of disadvantage on KSI.
He also had reach on him. No, they had equal reach.
Yeah, they had 76-inch.
Mm-hmm. Now that was surprising. That was like because in the last fight they had different reach.
Mm-hmm.
KSI had like 1 point less. He had like 75. KSI had like 74. Now they both had 76.
So
and
it means
I was
KSI
like,
went up by 2.
whoa, yeah, I was like, whoa, that's definitely different.
Yeah, he came up and he proved himself.
Mm-hmm.
And like what one of the commentators said is that he said blah blah blah, and you really had to decide if you wanted more than the other guy.
Oh yeah.
That stuck with me.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good fight. I really.
That was a really good fight.
Just, the Ace family was there. The Ace family.
Justin Bieber, I hate Justin Bieber so much. I'm so happy that KSI won that. For one, being because I've been a fan of KSI for how long? 2, being he saw Logan lose and he wanted Logan to win. 3, because I just hate Justin Bieber. And 4, his music is annoying. 5, now you get the gist now.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And like, I don't know. Justin, I remember him when he was younger, when he was our age. He's not that much older than us.
You're right. I mean, he's only 5, 6 years older than us, 7 maybe. So he's not, a huge age difference there.
Mm-hmm. But he was there when Logan lost. And like, I will say this, Logan with the beard, I'm not a fan. Maybe a mustache.
Not either.
It just
when he gets the mustache only, he looks like a pedo.
exactly. That's why I want him to have a mustache so he can come out for what he really is. Logan Paul touches little girls.
I think we've covered most of the KSI and Logan. Also, no. KSI's outfit for that fight, that was sick. Because Logan just was kind of dressed up in like that American.
Because he wants to show off.
Cool.
Because he wants to show off that America, like boo boo boo.
Yeah, when you say, "Oh, we're part of America," Keemstar tweeted, it was like, "Quit saying it's America versus UK. It's really just elementary versus high school." And elementary was Logan, high school was KSI.
So Keemstar was on Team KSI.
Oh yeah, definitely. He loves KSI. He hates Logan.
I haven't met anyone that's generally like, yeah, Logan Paul's a great guy.
There were a couple people in my world history class that liked Logan. They said that he was going to win. Now, the one smart guy was like, nah, KSI is God. The other one's like, no, like Logan. He's got the bigger body.
Can we use first names because I'm really curious?
First names?
Mm-hmm.
2 people was Alan and someone else. And then the other one was Logan.
Okay. Okay, I know who you're talking about.
And yeah, but just he literally came out, and I kind of thought he looked like a Red Raven from Fortnite. I don't like Fortnite, so I don't like comparisons, but I honest to God thought he dressed up like Raven for a second because of just the way he had the hood over and the mask and stuff like that, and it made him look really sick.
You remind me of like a red viper, like a snake.
Yeah, like a snake, or
like a nightmare. And where did we get the name The Nightmare? Is it because
That's what he called himself whenever he walked out for Joe Weller fight. So,
Didn't Dingy and Jake fight?
Deji.
I say Dingy, I don't know why, because it sounds better.
Yeah, Jake and Deji fought. Deji threw some really good punches that game, and I really, really wish he would have won, but Jake took the double on that one. I like how Jake showed up there with like his belt last night, like, oh yeah, I'm the tough guy here. And we're
Jake
all like,
changed.
shut up,
he
man.
He doesn't look like he did before.
Mm-mm.
He's
because
like,
he freaking smokes cigars and does cocaine.
He does coke.
I'm pretty sure. I mean, I'm sure he does. I'm sure KSI does, but we just don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know.
He's going through a phase right now. Did you see him in like a leather jacket and like Jesus Christ cross earrings?
Wait, seriously?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And his beard, like, we get it. You're going through your 13-year-old goth phase, little late Vine star and YouTube sensation.
I like how
Jake
you use the
Paul.
word sensation because literally the entire time they're like, YouTube sensation, KSI.
Oh, God.
And I don't know. I really like the analogy you used there with KSI the Nightmare because he literally looks like a nightmare.
Did you see during the fight when they were like showing them backstage and Logan was just staring at the camera?
Yeah.
That was weird.
He was just staring at the
He was
camera,
like-
and then eventually it zoomed out and he like pointed at KSI or something like that.
That reminded me of like.
And then KSI looked over and was like just chilling. Like he looked. You're such a dumbass. Ew. He looked so calm. Like they both look calm, but I think KSI literally looked like he was ready for anything.
I think
to happen.
KSI was trying to save his energy.
He really let out his energy that first round.
I know.
That first round, he literally went in to try and knock him out.
I think that was a bad idea.
That was a bad idea, but it won him the round. No, Logan won that round. No,
KSI would have won that round.
KSI won that round.
Mm-hmm.
Second round was taken to Logan. Sixth round was definitely a KSI round.
Fifth round was Logan as well.
Yeah.
And I think third and fourth would have went to KSI, honestly. Well, maybe
KSI,
not the
fourth was
one.
a tie,
Yeah.
and third was KSI because fourth, you had that 2-point deduction whenever he knocked him down.
Yeah,
And that tied at 8-8. So, if he wouldn't have won that, then that probably would have been a draw. Because either way, Logan wouldn't have won because of the point difference and the round difference. So,
And by split decision.
by split decision, yeah, it would have been a draw. So,
And like, imagine like, what would have been different if Logan won? Do you think he would have talked mad smack?
I feel like he would have. But I feel like KSI would have been like,
KSI didn't really say much.
yeah, he didn't
He
say
was
a
just
lot.
happy.
Yeah, and although he did call out Shannon Briggs, that was really funny. He didn't call him out to like a fight, but he was like, yeah, he said he's white and something like that. He was like, I don't know what the hell that means, and it was really funny. Everyone started laughing and stuff, but I think KSI earned Logan's respect and Logan earned KSI's respect. I feel like they both respect each other a lot, but I don't think they're good. I think they're just respecting each other. KSI said, or not KSI, Logan said after his fight, like in the locker room or whatever, that if another fight comes up, then he'll go. But Logan said he's going to try and focus on something else, and maybe what he did for boxing just wasn't him. Maybe boxing wasn't him. And I feel like that's respectable.
And you just wanted to try something different.
Exactly.
It was just internet beef that got taken the right way, I think. Instead of just...
Well, KSI did call him out. It wasn't originally beef. KSI called him out at the Joe Weller fight. And then, so it didn't start from like beef, but it started from a call out, which turned to beef.
And then they settled it the right way, I think, like that one guy said, instead of just shit talking on the internet.
Exactly.
And they took it to... And it brought a lot of attention to boxing. But now, you gotta realize, now that the fight's over, no one's gonna care about boxing until another sensational YouTuber comes in.
Anissan Gibb and Jake Paul. Those are two YouTubers I want to see fight. Anissan Gibb and KSI. Anissan's really good.
I want to see Keemstar and Ricky Berwick fight.
You know what?
No.
Honestly, I wouldn't be complaining.
You want to actually? Here's my 2 fights I want to see. I want to see Fitz and Swagger. I want to see either. I actually have 5 fights. I want to either see Fitz and Swagger. Fitz and Carson because I know they have stuff. I think, honestly, I want KSI to go against Deji, just cause I know cause it would be awesome because brother on brother, and like it's just like how they always fight during. Because they've already had beef about KSI taking stuff too far and then Deji taking stuff too far, and I feel like that would have been a good
You're gonna have to move your knee or something. You're scooting the table over one.
That would have been a good fight. I would like to see that.
Right.
But KSI would have won. He has more muscle.
Oh yeah, KSI's also been training a lot. Like I mean, he's
between Sidemen videos, he's definitely training.
Oh yeah. Now that we're on the topic of KSI and Logan, I think we've basically covered it. Let's talk about the fights before that. The rip-off KSI and Logan fight.
It
Who was it?
Devin Haney versus Alf.
Oh, that's not the rip-off one.
Oh,
The rip-off
oh,
one
yeah,
was
the other
the
one.
white guy and the other black guy.
Nikita and.
I can't remember the names.
Let me think. Nikita and did it start with an A as well? Batista. That was his last name.
Either way, we know the 4-round fight. It was like center weight or whatever it was.
I said that Nikita looked like the first guy you fight in Mike Tyson's Punch Out, like the blonde hair. And I was right.
He kind of looks like Logan Paul, and the other guy looked like KSI a little bit. And
KSI, if he actually drank for 3 years.
It was really funny because first round, people were saying the guy only had a few fights and he lost it. And I was like, oh, well, the other guy's going to win because he won like 12 fights.
And then he gets disqualified.
And then, he gets knocked down. He had a really good jab and stuff. Like, he had good, like...
But, like, the commentator said he wanted a way out of there because he knew he was going to lose.
And he got knocked to the ground. He got up. He got mad, came back up from, the corner of the room, or the corner of the ring, and then started punching the guy, and the round ended, he kept punching him, and then the ref separated them, he went after to punch him again, and he got
almost hit the
disqualified.
ref.
Yeah.
Almost hit the ref.
Which that happens a lot on accident, it's not
Right.
intentional, but, that happened, and he got disqualified, and everyone, I just remember laughing and texting Kaleb, I was like, what the was that? That was so funny.
And then Logan's like...
Because at first I thought it was KSI and Logan because it said the next fight after the two
And I
main
thought they were
events.
slated, like, at a certain time and they'd go on at that time.
I thought I bought the wrong fight. I was like, did I buy the wrong fight? And then I just later found out that KSI and Logan was after that.
Mm-hmm. How many fights were before the one that we were talking,
Well, you had the one guy, I don't remember watching any of the fights before the one where he proposed to his girlfriend at the ring.
Mm-hmm.
And then you had the first pro fight of the night. It was the main card. And it was like the Haney versus...
Fredo.
Yeah, that was the second main event.
That was the
fight.
second main event.
Yeah. The first one was this other guy. It was a really good fight, but the guy got knocked out at the end.
Mm-hmm. Knocked out?
It was a guy from the UK, and it was a guy from like another country, I'm pretty sure. And the one was wearing red and blue for UK, and then the other one was wearing like blue for something else. I can't exactly remember.
And then you had Haney, Alfredo, and then Nikita and Batista, and then KSI and Logan Paul.
KSI and Logan Paul. That Haney one, that was a really good fight. That guy surprised me. That guy from that different country surprised me. Although I didn't see him winning, he surprised me because Haney's really good.
Mm-hmm.
Haney's always been a really good fighter.
I like listening to him talk at the end of it.
Mm-hmm. Him.
And he's young.
Mm-hmm.
He's young.
He's really young.
24?
I can't exactly remember.
I think it was
but
24.
I think it was 24 as well. But he's good. And I didn't see the other guy winning, but he did put up a good fight.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that was a good way to end off those, and then go to Batista
And Nikita.
and then go to KSI and Logan.
Even Nikita knew he was going to win before he even got in the ring.
He looked like a knockoff Logan Paul, and then the other guy was like the knockoff Cancer. That was really funny. But
You thought you bought the wrong fight.
I thought I bought the wrong
Because you got the Dollar Tree version of KSI and Logan Paul.
Hey, you know what? You wouldn't be wrong. You know what? That makes a lot of sense.
The discount section. Clearance.
The clearance Logan Paul KSI. Thought I bought the wrong strip. That would have made me mad, bro. I spent $20
The yard
on
sale
that.
version. The home shop. The free to a good home.
The great value.
The Kroger brand.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
The black web. The black web version. The children.
The Grand Theft Gun Shop App Store game.
The Candy Crush knockoffs. We need to move on.
I think we covered all of it. Let's talk about memes. The number one meme going around right now, I think, is okay, boomer.
Okay, boomer. Okay, boomer. Well, you see, this has probably been one of my favorite memes of this year, because it's funny when you're just when an old person's yelling at you for breathing, and they're making all these newspaper memes wow, there's life outside your phone. Really? Send me the link. I don't know what's worse, okay boomer memes or minion memes.
Oh.
Remember what we talked about earlier? Please beat that out.
Don't.
Please give
I
it
can't. I can't. He was obviously joking.
I'm joking.
He was
100%.
obviously
It was
joking.
just one offensive joke we needed.
Yeah, we usually always do that one time.
The one offensive joke podcast.
Yeah.
Next week it'll be Braden's turn, and then you get the turn.
All right, that's nice to know.
But church shootings aren't cool, and you shouldn't be joking about them.
Yeah, Kaleb.
Yeah.
Noted. Noted. Write it down. But okay, boomer. I feel like that's all we really have to say about that.
Well, it just annoys me when an old person yells at you for playing video games. Oh, it's a big waste of time. Says a person that's been playing solitaire since 1989. And you can't tell me I'm not wrong.
You're not wrong.
Exactly.
You're not wrong.
Well, apparently phones are so wrong when really, boomers are also the ones on phones doing stuff, so I don't want to hear it.
You have your average grandpa on there who comments or whatever, asks the question, how much is Dollar Tree's remotes? Or something like that. They put it in their bio. Or something like that. Instead of actually posting it, they put it in their bio. How much are Dollar Tree remotes?
Well, you see, back in his generation, they made remotes, for Christ's sake. They just got a block of wood and
Hammered it in a little bit.
chiseled it in. Just... Oh my god. But why do old people get so mad with us? When we... we're not that bad of a generation. Class of 2023, we're not that bad of a generation.
We're not.
Yeah, you have your Fortniters, but you know what? They're gonna end up working at McDonald's anyway. We don't care about them.
Exactly.
Yeah. We just need a purge to get rid of them. That's 2 offensive jokes.
Brr, brr, brr.
Are you making the weather noise?
It's the purge sound.
That is not the purge sound, that's the weather noise. Brr. Brr. Like emergency broadcasts on the radio, where it just does that for like 5 minutes. It says
the National Weather Service has issued a tornado warning.
That's true.
The National Weather Service has issued a tornado warning for the following counties. Fuck your asshole county.
Okay, Boomer. But like, see, they have to rely on that to know the news. No. That's the time me and my buddy Keith got in some safe shit.
Left 4 Dead 2. I love that game so much.
Such a good game. But like, see, they have to rely on technology now. They need to learn to adapt. I'm not saying, like, Boomer's logic. Phone, bad. Kid, bad. Wife, bad. 60s, good. Like, I get that you love the time you were born. But like, you need to take for granted the opportunities we have now.
People are living longer than they have been in the past.
Exactly, because of modern medicine. It helps. It has saved so many things, and every day we get closer to the cure for cancer. Like, I saw the company that makes something popular has like found a way to beat cancer.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was like Aussie, like the hairspray. That's what it
Oh
was.
yeah.
I saw
Yeah.
that.
Mm-hmm.
Like they found a way to beat cancer or something,
Mm-hmm.
and that's good. It's not
Exactly.
like we've been waiting 100 years for it, but I mean, better late than never.
Yeah, exactly. And as we progress into the future, I mean, me and you are young. Like, we have a bunch of time to see what's going to happen in the future. That's, like, great.
And thinking in the future, we might not die.
I think that's kind of safe to say that's not going to happen. But, you know, there's a possibility. There's possibilities in the future. Like,
I mean, we already have flying cars. They're just real expensive.
Flying cars?
Seriously.
We do?
I've seen, like, they're probably clickbait and they're probably gorshing me, but I think I've heard someone say that they're just really expensive. We don't know what the government's doing. That's the thing. Everything's kept secret. We live our lives behind the curtain.
Exactly.
The government is everything out inside the curtain.
Right.
We don't know what's going on because the government covers up everything.
That's like a turn very quickly from going to boomers to the government.
Well, you see, boomers are controlling the government.
The
Look
boomers,
at Trump. He's
the
a
boomers
boomer.
are the government. Every time we mention boomer, I think of the Left 4 Dead 2 boomer. Or
Freaking tanks.
bro, when he just like hits you and you get launched across a room.
I can see it in my head some stuff. But like, we don't do a lot of bad things. Yeah, we might be on our phone longer than we should, but it's something that we enjoy, and they should respect that.
Exactly.
Like back then, they were making out in freaking diners, for all we know.
Smoking in diners,
There you go.
which causes lung cancer. Which is bad.
Then again, we have jewels, so we should. We have.
We don't.
Yeah, we don't have jewels, but like
Jewels are bad.
the generation has jewels.
Exactly.
And people are dying every day from that, and that's really a problem. And that's another thing that just gives into boomers like making fun of us because of our dumb decisions. Of course, they made a lot of dumb decisions too.
Exactly.
Like they thought smoking was okay.
Right.
It's not.
It's not.
So we can blame them for getting us hooked on cigarettes because guess what? They got an addiction, and guess what? Living around that area where people smoke gets other people addicted.
Exactly.
So boomers, it is your fault we're all dying.
Yours. Not ours. Yours. That sucks, man. That's horrible.
It is, and like we can't change their mind because they're old.
Exactly.
You know what? The last time we tried to change like Bill Clinton's mind, he wouldn't kill Jeffrey Epstein. Which brings me to the thing I added on earlier.
We really gotta talk about Jeffrey Epstein.
Why not?
Alright.
Do
I'll
you-
keep adding stuff.
Do you believe he killed himself?
It depends.
The odds.
I'm not really into that much of like. I'm not really into like that type of stuff. Like every time I saw a meme about Jeffrey Epstein.
You were saying?
Like every time someone says Jeffrey Epstein like killed himself, I really don't understand it because like I'm not into that. Exactly.
Well, you see, there was a whole scandal about him kidnapping children and taking them to a sex island where he'd molest them and with helps of other political figures.
Okay.
And that's why he got imprisoned. Well, there's also something about the Clintons going there and killing him.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, from what I'm hearing, I don't think he killed himself. But literally, I can't say anything because I just literally found out what that meant. So, you know, I'm like, can't really say anything. I'm going to write down something to talk about. Kaleb, do you want to entertain them while I think about this? PS5 and Xbox Scorpio or Xbox
God.
Scarlet, whatever it's called. Talk about that while I come up with an idea.
Well, no matter what side you're going to be on, well, yeah, it doesn't matter. It's a video game console, and you should really enjoy games for what they are, not their console. Like, I prefer sometimes, I prefer them both, honestly. I don't have a said preference. But, like, I mean, kind of, I have a preference. I got a PS3, so I kind of had a preference for that for a while. But, like, you have exclusives for certain games, and then you just gotta admire that. And you need to understand that some people prefer other things for other things, you know? And, like, and you need to understand that.
Hold on. But what the fuck are you doing? I can hear the sound of it, like, mixing with your face, and I'm just like, You whore.
No, I'm a stripper.
Dumb bitch. Wait. I fucking hate you so much. Cover your entire face. Ooh. 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 Anyway, so, yeah. Do you need a towel? Oh, God. Do you need a towel? You need a towel. You need a towel. Get you a towel.
I think I'm fine.
I need a towel. I got a shirt. Anyway, so.
Can you get me a razor?
Are you really gonna shave?
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, here we go. Anyway, talk to them about the Xbox and Scorpio thing.
Well, as you know, every year or so, well, every couple years, there's like a different type of new like console comes out. You know, Xbox came out with like the Xbox.1, PS3 came out to PS4, and they keep adding on PS Pro, stuff like that. Well, you know, it has to keep going. You have to get more consoles because now games are getting more spacey and stuff like that. Well, it just, people are going to get in a big fight about it. I know that. And just, I think we should all respect games for what they are, not like, not for like...
Shave your forehead.
Not for like, the console, like, stuff about being, PS4 being gay, Xbox,
I got shaving cream on my fucking dick. Get my shit back.
I think I need it more right now. But like, What do you think? Do you really think there's an alpha console?
Like, what do you mean by that? Like a better console?
Mhm.
It depends. What you're used to. Xbox, you're used to all the mechanics on that. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with that. PS4, same thing. I don't know. Personally, I prefer Xbox, but I have been playing Xbox for how long?
Most of your life.
Exactly, most of my life. Like before that, I think I had PS2, but that's besides the point. You know what I mean? I think personally, like I said, Xbox is my personal favorite, but either works for me. Like I can use either. This is really fucking weird, but we're not gonna stop until he shaves in his entire face. Like forehead. If you start growing forehead hair from this, I'm gonna die.
I need a cup of water. I'll be back.
Here, take this and get water, and you can dip it in there. I'll entertain that.
Why has this gone to hell really quickly?
Because it's your idea, Kaleb. What do you think?
Yeah, it's my idea.
But going back to what I was saying, definitely is personal preference. I think through everything, personal preference is definitely the thing that is the winner here. But either way, you look really weird. So here, shut the door. Stop looking at me like that. Stop looking at me like that. Shut it completely. That works. Okay. Anyway, all right. So now that we're both here, we're gonna shave your face. We should make that a part of it. Can I shave your face? Can I shave your face? Okay. Anyway, we need to get back on topic. Okay. All right. We need to get back on topic.
Okay.
2020. As you all know, we're coming to the end of our century.
Except, actually, technically, the century doesn't start until 2000.
All right. So the camera cut out 2 times. Tried to re-record it, cut out. This is the final attempt. We're gonna make it 6 minutes. It's not gonna be an hour-long podcast, but it's okay. You know what? We tried, and you know what? All right. Anyway, continuing off with what happened before it cut out. The end of the decade. I know I said century before, but I'm kind of a dumbass. I didn't realize that's what it meant. So, decade. Had a lot of good memories. 2020 is upon us. I'm really excited.
There's gonna be a lot more memories.
There's gonna be a lot more memories coming. Future of our podcast is gonna be happening there.
We're gonna
Next
graduate.
season's gonna be in 2020. We're gonna graduate 2023. I'm really excited. I'm just super excited to see what happens. Although I'm gonna miss some of the memories. You know, it's not left behind us. Be happy forever. So.
Right.
So I'm
Shit, you're gonna make me cry.
So.
Yeah.
Anyway. So there's something that I'm really excited for in the future, and it's moving to like a different city, like New York, Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh, I have a personal reason to. It's where my current love story began. My forever love story.
I will
Really?
say, watch out, because you know what one of the most murderous towns are, in my opinion.
Just, Caitlin, if you watch through this entire thing, I'm really tired, so it may not seem like I mean it, but literally just thank you for coming into my life. I love you. Anyway, so...
I bought my butt plug recently. You don't know, when I was just sitting here, I was thinking of the most randomest thing I could say. And I was thinking, Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill himself. But I just thought.
But moving to New York, which you guys want to go to New York, you and Braden, for Broadway, if this stuff doesn't work
And
out.
Caitlin, I think, wants to go too.
Caitlin does, but I don't know, I like Pittsburgh as well, because I have something that I actually like about that place. But since talking about relationships, let's talk about Kaylee. Kaylee, where do we start?
May I speak?
Kaleb can speak. He will give his opinions.
Thank you, Dad.
And I will give mine.
This woman tortured Phoenix and I for 2 months, 3 months.
2 months. Almost 3 months.
3 months. I think it was 3 months if we only count summer, because you guys were like talking during the summer.
True.
So torturing us for 3 months. Phoenix chose her over us for a few, and that kind of made us upset. So we didn't really like Kaylee from the get-go. Well, sometime down the line, she said, I don't like your friends. He got territorial and defensive, protected us. She got mad. He wanted to go to a Seattle Seahawks game. She's like, no, I don't like the person that's gonna take you. Guess what? He went anyway. And it turns out that person that took him, he fell in love with. And this is why don't be overprotective over your mans, because that's just gonna suck.
Something Caitlin doesn't know, and she's gonna find out from this,
If she
is
watches
like,
the whole thing.
if she watches the entire thing, literally, I texted you guys, like, whenever I broke up with Kaylee and was like, I think I'm feeling stuff for Caitlin.
I knew you were gonna change your mind. You wanna know why? Because I'm gonna become a marriage counselor if Broadway doesn't fail.
That'd be good for you.
Exactly, and I can get paid hella bucks. Hella V-bucks.
I love V-Bucks. But yeah, man, that's... Love stories are crazy, man.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that's the end of episode 1, season 2.
Welcome to the BOIS Podcast.
Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for making season 2 possible. Thank you, Anchor, although we're not using you right now.
We love you.
We love you.
And please subscribe because we want money.
No,
No, we don't.
I want money.
Thank you all for watching.
Thank you all for watching. I'm gonna go kill myself. We're so tired.
We're sleep deprived.
We are very sleep
We're
deprived.
screwed.
But you know what? I'm gonna stay up an extra hour or 2, edit this podcast, get it out for you guys, and that's it. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time. It's been us without Braden. Next time we'll have
May he
Braden.
rest in peace.
See you guys later. I'm so tired.